This is the Bombardier 415 Water Bomber, also known as the Super Scooper. It's a flying boat that's the backbone of firefighting missions around the world. Whether dousing blazes in remote Canadian forests or protecting hillside homes from raging California wildfires, it's proven itself to be one of the most powerful aerial firefighting machines ever made. It can pick up over 6,000 liters of water in one scoop. This translates into over 100,000 liters an hour being poured onto a nearby fire. 3 tanker trucks worth. Let's see how it works. The 415 does it with a wingspan almost as long as a 737's. 2 powerful variable pitch turboprops, a rust-proof aluminum hull, and massive water tanks fed by hydraulic rams. The first challenge for the 415, get airborne quick, even from the smallest runway. These machines have to be able to get up and down fast on land and on water. That happens thanks to these wings and these engines. The wings have a surface area larger than a jumbo jet's for extra control and lift. They're designed with a highly arched shape or camber and huge flaps. These give the 415 better stability and lift at slow speeds. So much lift that its tail section is oversized to help keep everything balanced. The power for this machine comes from 2 2,500-horse turboprops. A turboprop engine is simply a gas turbine. Inside, the air is compressed, mixed with jet fuel, and set on fire. As it burns, the air expands. The expanding air spins a turbine that spins a drive shaft, which turns a gearbox and the propeller. Attached to the front of the engines, these propellers have variable pitch blades. The blades' angles can be changed. This allows the engines to hit high RPM while the plane is parked, effectively revving the engine while in neutral. Then, with a change in pitch, pilots can blast the plane off the runway. This lets the 415 take off at just 150 kilometers an hour, about half the minimum takeoff speed of a passenger jet. And that high power at low speeds comes in handy when it's time to hit the water. As the 415 approaches its target, it lowers the flaps and reduces the pitch on the propellers. This slows the plane down to about 140 kilometers an hour, a speed that would cause most other planes this size to stall and fall. The 415 is now a boat with wings. Crafted from marine-grade aluminum, it even has special airtight compartments to keep it floating if it hits something and gets punctured. When collecting water, only the bottom few centimeters of the craft get wet. Technically, it's still flying, and the pilot still has maximum control. On the water, these machines can swerve to avoid obstacles or even gather water from a winding river. And these water scoops are way too small to suck up a scuba diver. Hydraulics push out the scoops when it's time to collect. The plane's speed is all that's needed to ram the water into its tanks. It fills up in just 12 seconds. Then the scoops retract, and it's takeoff time. The 415 can climb at angles that would knock other planes from the sky, which is what this machine needs to fight fires. If it's a small fire, the scooper just dumps directly onto the blaze. It flies low, just above the target, opens its 4 doors, and dumps its entire load in 1 second. Dropping over 6 tons of water, the pilot's gotta be accurate. That amount of liquid could cause some serious damage to someone on the ground. But even that much water is no match for big wildfires that can burn at temperatures over 1,000 degrees Celsius. So the 415 changes tactics and injects the water with foam stored in these tanks. The foam is a synthetic biodegradable fire suppressant. When the 415's doors open, the supercharged water hits the air and transforms into a thick foam, blanketing an area the size of a football field. Despite its ungainly appearance, it really is a beautiful flyer. And once it gets airborne, there's no doubt about its primary purpose. This is one serious firefighting machine.